What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're just going to tie an AMYS ant. This is like a great foam and attractor pattern, especially in the summertime. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So in the vise, I've got a Firehole hooks 839. It's more of a streamer hook, but I like to use it for foam, especially foam. So yeah. I'm just rolling with 140 UTC thread here in tan. So go ahead and start that on the hook. Now for this piece, you can really use whatever flash you want, but I'm just going to use what I have. It's just some green Flashaboo. So go ahead and lay that down and wrap it back. Create like a little tail. Go ahead and clip that to like half or a third of the body length. Then you're going to want to have two pieces of foam about equal. Make sure they're not too big about a hook gap because you don't want them to be too wide. And I just kind of clipped a rounded taper into the end of them. So one at a time, take them and tie them in at the back. Just go ahead and stack them right on top of each other. Now you can go ahead and tie in the first set of legs. I'm just using like this brown, red and green flake silly legs. So go ahead and tie them in on one side, like so. Then go in on the other side, do the same thing. You can go ahead and wrap up just a little dubbing right there in that blank space. So go ahead and wrap under the foam to about one or two hook eyes back, and grab the bottom piece of foam, catch it like so, and just kind of cover it up, flatten it out like so. So for the next step, you want a hackle that's pretty substantial, but you are going to be cutting it anyways. So a smaller one will probably be fine. That's just what I'm going to use. I've just got a Whiting Farms red dry fly hackle, excuse me. Go ahead and tie that in. Then take your dubbing of choice. I'm just using this Fulling Mill micro flash dubbing in like a prism peacock color. Make a dubbing noodle. Wrap that up. Right there is fine. Go ahead and wrap your hackle forward. You don't want touching wraps, so just evenly spaced wraps, about a hook eye in between. So before you fold this foam over like that, take some scissors, just kind of clip the tops of the hackles off. Like that. Then fold your other piece of foam over top. Try not to cinch down too much without holding the foam, because too much pressure will snap your thread or cut your foam. So next, I already stacked mine, but stack a little deer hair and measure it out to be a little bit less than 1 hook shank in length. And in that space right there, tie it in. Now this part can be a little bit tricky, but separate the deer hair butts from the tips so you don't accidentally clip off all the tips. That should be good. Just kind of clean up that area. That should be good. Now, right here, you can add a little bit more dubbing, forgot the legs. Always forget something on this fly. So, same thing as before, tie them in on one side, like that. Fold it over, catch it on the other side. Make sure you keep this loop in front so you don't catch it and have the legs break. And then, of course, add a little bit more dubbing. Now you can fold your top piece of foam back, creating a little head. Make sure it doesn't extend too far or too big. Maybe like a hook gap in length. Right there is about how I do mine. Then clip that excess foam. And kind of create a taper by just clipping off the edges up here. This is kind of optional, but it just depends on where you're going to be fishing. But I like a little indicator on mine. Just some light colored foam, or polywing works, but I'm just going to use foam. Should be good. Dubbing. Now, make sure your thread is right behind the eye of the hook, and throw in a couple turn whip finish. I currently don't have super glue or head cement, so I just add a couple more whip finishes than usual. So throw those in, snip it. Now you can start cleaning up the fly. Cut the head foam. indicator. Cut the leg loops. Now, it just depends on what you like, but I like to keep my legs somewhat long, on the long side, because I'm trying to imitate, obviously, a hopper with this. I think long-legged hoppers look more fishy. It's about like that. But yeah, that's the AMYS ant. I like this fly for brook trout, summertime browns, rainbows. Pretty much any trout would eat this. I also fish it for like smallmouth and largemouth bass. Yeah, panfish too. Pretty much anything will eat this. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and subscribe.